I can't believe another person basically compiled Reddit posts from Epstein's subreddit into a shittily edited 2-hour video. Why are you filtering good info? What are you saying? Constantly whine about it from behind my Instagram stories, even though I'm a 50-year-old dude with like 3 children.
That's sad. Feel bad for you guys. Get the client, bro. You're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist.
Yeah, there's literally a Sneeko fan.
Hold on, I think I look gay now.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
The assumption that I'm afraid of you is so idiotic, okay? Tell your goddamn, be honest with your fan base, okay? I'll talk to you anytime, any place. Yeah, I'll debate you anytime, anywhere. All right, Ethan?
Happy Sunday, everybody. This is going to be a real chill video today. As many of you know, there's a new piece of content going around, that being Ethan Klein's content nuke on Hasan, which I covered just yesterday. My thoughts on it? Good. It was pretty good. I liked it. And the thing I got from it was a burning question if Hasan would ever react to it. Then in this video, I'll be going with his comments about it so far, where he seems to have no interest at all in watching it. But with that said, I still believe that is a possibility that he might watch it at some point. However, that still doesn't save him from his dumb fucking excuses on how the video is bad, when he hasn't even watched it at all. Like, actually, imagine that for a second. In what world would someone seem rational for making up fictitious reasons on why a video is bad when they haven't even watched it in the first place? Fuck that, okay? I just want to have some fun. I want to laugh at this guy. So with all that cleared up, I'm just gonna get into it. So I mainly knew about his comments from like clips on Twitter, and that was it. Until I came on this subreddit, YouTube Drama. Very piss poor, by the way. Don't ever go on it, but I just do it because, you know, I'm a masochist. And one post I was going big was this one. Hasan's full response with added context clips, and I watched it. It's not a response at all. What it is basically is like a VOD from yesterday when he was in Japan. Got on him, and he talked about the video. While at the same time, you know, despite the title, he hasn't watched it at all. So I think by definition, a response would be like, you know, and like, we would have to acknowledge the argument in the first place, which you can't at all without watching the fucking content nuke. So that was the first thing that pissed me off really, really badly. It's just insane. And this whole video, by the way, is awful. I hate it so much. I've never watched like a Hasan VOD or a stream at all, but my god, if this is what it's like, good mother of God, I cannot bear this guy at all. And within the first minute, I realized, my God, we are in the worst ending possible. Because from his bare bone knowledge on the video and what Ethan said, he's disregarding all of it as just points made by Disney's subreddit like 2 years ago. And therefore, he's making the point that the video is bad because it's the same points made by Destiny, and Destiny's bad because, you know, the whole scandal, you know, him being a piece of shit that leaks nudes. Therefore, if Ethan makes the same points as him, he's also bad. So why should you watch a video that makes the same points as Destiny? No way. And if that's his whole, you know, if that's his sidestepping of it, his tactic, do you not have to watch the video? That hurts my brain so goddamn much.
I can't believe another person basically compiled Reddit posts from Epstein's subreddit into a shittily edited 2-hour video.
This guy has built like such a good barrier for himself, where his fans will believe whatever he says. Like if he says the video was heavily inspired by Destiny, with no evidence at all, his fans will be like, oh, okay, yeah, I believe that, you know, and I think Destiny's bad, you know, good point, Hasan, good point. And then, you know, they'll just move forward, not even, like, you know, stopping and thinking about it. Oh my god, yeah, and one point that like really showed that was how people on Twitter, like on Hasan's fan base, they were posting screenshots of how when the content nuke came out, people on Destiny's subreddit were exactly, you know, boosting it, being like, guys, go watch it right now. Like if the video came out 14 hours ago, someone would make a post exactly also, you know, just a minute or 2 minutes after. Therefore, that was a sign that there was like a conspiracy going on, that him and Destiny were working together to post this video to burn down Hasan. No, I don't think that's the case at all. In no reality would that ever happen. Like, two things, right? I don't like Destiny at all, okay? I think he's a piece of shit. And this whole drama, my god, is he disgusting. But also, I never believed for a second that Ethan was good friends with Destiny and that, them working together was going on behind the scenes to make this video against Hasan. Bring up one example to prove like that's what's going on in reality, for real. Also, I wrote down my document. Go watch around the 10-minute mark. So I want to see what part pissed me off. I can't remember.
Going active genocide in Gaza instead of coming in here and chirping at me. And his entire baby-brained moronic fan base also reiterate that point over and over again because they misunderstood my initial assessment of the matter, which is that when I'm watching children get mutilated every goddamn day, I think it's a pathetically selfish way to approach that conversation.
Oh god, yeah, this part. Ethan was so goddamn right about Hasan always sidestepping from the argument of like how he's bad because there's a genocide going on. How can you talk about me? What is a genocide? Children are dying. This point is so far. Oh, also, well, and it's really dumb because it just is simple as. But also, it reminds me, whenever he brings that point, he always brings it up when people are, calling him out. However, when it's all quiet and there's no discourse, he will have, he'll forget about the genocide and have a merry old time. He'll go to Japan, like right now, and do a chill stream. I'm sorry, but if you really believe that, like this genocide, this conflict is bearing on your mind so heavily that it's, making you depressed, how can you do a 180 and then, have a blast in Japan and do all this fun shit? Well, me personally, I know exactly why. He doesn't believe it at all, what he's saying. Also, one of Hasan's great tactics to make Ethan look like an insane, batshit, demented old man is that he's a grown-ass father with 3 kids. What the fuck is he doing with his life, making a video about Hasan?
Constantly whine about it from behind my Instagram stories, even though I'm a 50-year-old dude with like 3 children. I'm
sorry, you can have kids and also have a career, and if your career is being burned down to the ground by some insane commie fuck like Hasan, then yeah, you are within every of your right to make a video to call out, this insane bullshit, and also how this guy should not be trusted at all. And also, by the way, isn't he 33, Hasan himself? I don't really care about the point, oh my god, he's so old, what the fuck is he doing? Because, Ethan's job is to be online and stream. But the only scenario where that point would make sense is if Ethan was going against a kid, some 14-year-old, then yeah, that would look a bit yeesh. However, he's not. He's around 50, I believe. He's going after Hasan, 33. 2 grown-ass men. So what's the point? And one other fantastic point is how Ethan knows nothing about politics. Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't either really, or I don't personally, but when I watch, the content by Ethan, I came out of it being like, oh wow, he knows his shit about politics and the history of Israel and Palestine, a good bit of knowledge you have about this whole general discussion. But also, if you believe he's some dumbass that knows nothing about politics, then please just show some examples, because this video has clips put into it, in post. But when it comes to what he said about him knowing nothing about politics, there was no example shown at all. So if you want to prove that, do you know how you'd make an actual convincing argument? You would make a video with actual effort put into it, with a script and actual evidence in it to, convince me otherwise. But no, unfortunately, that didn't happen. After me watching this hour-long video, you failed to convince me. Sorry, Hasan. I think the only part that he really brought up multiple times was how the intro was really bad. I don't believe so, but the main point was how Ethan believed he was groomed and tricked into believing Hasan was a social democrat. For Ethan to be like, I was duped, I was groomed into believing radical politics by this big scary man. When even before we had a podcast together, I never sheltered him from my true opinion. I even say it there. I'm like, I wouldn't consider myself a liberal, but in American politics, because people's false understanding of liberalism, they would say I'm a super liberal.
Was Hasan?
Me, a 40-year-old child, was duped by Hamas Parker. That's it.
But I'm sorry, that was literally just the intro. That's it. It wasn't his main argument. Believe it or not, his main argument was later in the video. If you could bear the pain of pushing past it and watching the whole thing, with of course Hasan, didn't do. Oh my god, this part as well. This part pissed me off somewhere. Around 45 minutes in, he brings up clips, or the editor that made this video put in clips of how he acknowledged the testimonies from the UN investigation on how rapes did potentially happen.
Evidence. There is, however, real evidence as far as like first-hand accounts and testimony, even second-hand accounts and testimony from hostages. So that part is real. That did happen, which is very important, and that was a part of the UN investigation that was conducted.
Okay, good for you. However, that doesn't really absolve you from you laughing at like people like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden mentioning it. Like, yeah, you still look really bad, like a real piece of shit.
Sexual assaults are a routine part of atrocities during war. It can happen, and it has happened time and time again, which is why there is a likelihood that it could have happened on October 7th.
However, past that, there is one point that he harks on heavily, and that was one bit of information that he even got wrong in his video, where he brings up like the ship hostages that the Houthi pirates fucking like they kidnapped and took hostage. And even in his video, he made it seem like they were still, you know, held hostage to this day. However, very recently, I believe like last week, they were released. And I will admit that is one point that even fucked up. But despite that, the way that Hasan talked about it may seem like, you know, his whole argument about what the Houthis are doing, you know, fucking taking control of the ships and taking people as hostage, you know, that point is invalid because he got one simple bit of information wrong, and that's it. So yeah, that's the most I could say about this video on how badly it sucks, and his comments are just retarded, insane retarded. To wrap up this video, I want to laugh at like the clips from Hasan's friends reacting to the content Nuke, because my god, it's so funny. Like, it's not really that long, so I'll put it in right now, but like when I first saw it, I lost my fucking mind. So this first one's from Frogan, our queen. If you really want context, like this video was this part of the content Nuke was about how Hasan's fans are so toxic. They actually harass Ethan out in public, and what Frogan's initial takeaway is, and how it gets fucking subverted, and she looks like a moron, an idiot.
That's terrorism, bro. She's born there. That's sad. Feel bad for you guys. She
looks so proud of herself, bro.
You look like a rapist. You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist.
Yeah, there's literally a Sneeko fan.
Oh, it's a Sneeko fan, huh? It's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my god, bro, I love you.
Oh, look at her reaction.
I love you, bro. I'm so sorry. I love you, bro. I have to interview you. You're my hero.
Look, just look away.
You're the coolest guy in the world, bro.
Step away, look away. Just looking at her phone. My god. That was so funny. She might have said more, but like, my god, by you making like, you know, that first point, I mean, like, you know, like her making that first point was fair enough, right? But then, you know, she like you just stay quietly and not correct yourself. Moron. And the same thing happened to Denims. In her defense, she did correct herself after, but it was not a good correction by any means.
Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro. You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan. Feel bad for you.
Okay, can I just say really quickly, it's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh.
Like, I'm sorry, that language is not Hasan fan verbiage. Like,
it's
that's
Hasan.
very clear
Listen.
Sneeko lexicon. Can we just be honest for just 2 seconds? Just be real. Wallahi, that is not. No.
A white woman say wallahi.
Oh my god, bro.
Look at the fit. Oh my god, dude.
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
By the way,
I love you, bro.
I have no idea what's wrong with like her muscles, but like she's always like putting on a smile at any neutral point. Why?
I have to interview you. You're my hero, bro. I love you, bro. You're the coolest guy in the world, bro.
Go on, what's your defense? What's your defense? Say it. Say it.
Can we just be honest for just 2 seconds? Just be.
I don't.
Yes, good clip, chimp. Very good. He yelled at him later. Yeah, they met once, which means he endorses everything he's ever done. Ever.
Okay, but do you not believe? Okay, my takeaway was that even was making the point on how Hasan forces this annoying fucking fan base yes, he may not like him, but by Hasan doing, his streams and the way he acts, he gathers people that you found to be the most insufferable. That was the point that he's making. The last thing I'll share while I have this screen recording open was the story that Ethan put on his Instagram saying, Hasan says he wants to debate me, which we did say that in the VOD, I thought you mentioned that, which I of course agreed to. He just needs to watch the video I made first. Holy shit, dude. What a fucking amazing proposition. Amazing from my side, but from him, he's like, oh, I can't do that, that's too hard. Okay, but now getting to the end, I'm gonna be entirely honest. A little incy bit of respect would come out from me and be given to Hasan if he actually watched the video, because then he would take some actual accountability. Like, there was absolutely no reason why he can't make like some public response to it, such as a tweet thread summarizing all his thoughts, making a video essay, with some effort put into it and some evidence, or guess what? Just watching it on his actual live stream. That would be the easiest approach ever to take, while at the same time being the furthest from what could happen realistically. But let me consider the proposition from Hasan. Would he actually bring on Ethan for debate? I'm not sure. I mean, Ethan said that he would on the account that, he watched the video first. I'm not sure if on stream or privately, I don't know. But even that feels like a huge spoonful for him, because 2 hours long, I don't have the time for that. But before in the video, for a second, I want to daydream blissfully and woefully and imagine that debate actually getting planned. That would be so good. I would grab a bucket of popcorn and some orange juice just to watch it. That would be such a good treat.